Hey guys, so it has been a minute since I've been on YouTube, but I really wanted to come back on. I've been really focused at work, but things are shifting in my life in terms of I will be 50 this year and just really paying attention now to that hormone shift that happens in this stage of life, we'll call it. So perimenopause and menopause, postmenopause has become a big focus for me personally, but also professionally. And I really want to help women because it's really been neglected. Like it's been neglected. And so, it used to be, well, sucks to be you. Like life is downhill from here, but it does not have to be that way. I love how Chinese medicine calls it second spring. It's to me an opportunity to do things differently, to redefine your life in this other part of, like this next stage, and to embrace it and do it well and not just, okay, this is gonna just, buckle up, it's gonna be hard. Doesn't have to be that way at all. But we have to be aware of what's happening and we have to love on our hormones. So one thing I wanted to do tonight is to just share 5 things that I personally do, and I think they're relatively easy in terms of creating happy hormones. So these are things that I personally do. So one is really paying attention to body burden. And what does that even mean? So the toxins that we are inundated with, air, water, food, all our products. So it really matters, and I know some people think it doesn't. I've heard, well, your liver and kidneys, whatever, process through. No, because there's too much. So I am very picky, and some people get annoyed, not with me, but I notice out there in the world that some people are annoyed by that kind of thing. But guess what? Like I'm almost 50 and I'm not on any medication. I feel good. My inflammation is low. So it really does matter. My hormones are happy. So what I'm talking about specifically, like I don't use conventional makeup. I don't use conventional like lotions. I don't go to Bath and Body Works. I don't use those like fragrances that are like super toxic, cause inflammation, disrupt hormones. Same with like laundry detergent, all of it. I don't use any of it. And I know some people are like, oh my gosh, that's so expensive. No, it's not. I do not spend a ton of money on that stuff. I will share a PDF below that you guys can grab, and it has a list of the things that I love. So if you're looking to like swap things out, then go there. But things like tallow, I make tallow body butter and I use that on my face at night, and I use it all over my body when I wake up and when I get out of the shower every day. And it has been a game changer, and it is not expensive. I don't use special serums, all the things. Like you don't have to like go for all the shiny objects that you see all over the internet. You do not need to do that. So that's one thing, reducing body burden, balanced exercise. I used to be an avid runner. I really would burn my body out. I'm not going to say that I didn't love it. I did love it, but I was cardio queen and very intense about it. And it had to be like this many minutes, this many days a week, that kind of thing. And I'm no longer like that. I haven't run in a long time. I've totally shifted. I do teach soul fusion, which has an intensity to it, but it's as much as you want to put into it. And there's no like high impact, jumping and things that are hard on your joints. I hike a lot. I walk every single day. That is so underrated. Every day. I have a big fluff that like she requires it, but I'm thankful, that is even just like getting outside and breathing the fresh air and things. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you do that. It's very easy to just like go into a little hole, not do that, especially, it's winter. It was 20 degrees today. It did not get above maybe 22. And I just bundled up, did not care what I looked like, and went out. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I did. So balanced exercise. So it's no longer like drive yourself into the ground. It's nurture your body, move, yes, build strength, but there's no reason to, it's not the calories in, calories out type of thing. And then filtered water, that goes along with body burden, but it is so important because we get so much garbage into, from our rainwater. I have a well, or I'm on a well, but I still filter my water because there's so much that we're still getting. And so I use reverse osmosis. I use AquaTrue. I just have the little on the counter machine. You don't have to do anything crazy, but I highly recommend it. Glyphosate is one thing. Aluminum is showing up in water everywhere. So those things cause tons of inflammation. Glyphosate is the active ingredient in Roundup, and it attacks your mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of your cell, if you remember back to like biology 101. So obviously we don't want problems with the powerhouse of our cells, right? So glyphosate also attacks your gut lining. you wouldn't even know it aside from the fact that you're getting inflammation showing up everywhere, because the glyphosate allows things into your bloodstream that should not be there. And so then people get diagnosed with all sorts of like autoimmune stuff, but it also causes leaky brain. So you get things into your brain that shouldn't be there. Like, nobody wants that, right? So I mentioned aluminum can be in water, fluoride, those things cause brain issues. And so if you add glyphosate to that equation, you're inviting those things in. So filtered water is very important. Please don't be drinking out of plastic bottles. Those are hormone disruptors also. And then protein and quality over calories. That's my new focus. So it used to be calories in, calories out, but obviously it matters how much you eat, yes. But the focus is on quality and protein forward. I like to see women, and I know it might sound like a lot, but aim for at least 100 grams per day. If you break it up, like 30 per meal, you know, just start small. Don't like beat yourself up if you're not like reaching that goal, but just kind of aim for that, and you'll notice it really helps regulate your hunger hormones, so cravings go away. We need the protein for bone strength, for hormone regulation, converts your T4 to T3 in your thyroid. So important. And of course, skin and nails, which, you know, important to all of us. And then the last thing I will say is strong, not skinny. It used to be, you know, in our 20s, you know, step aerobics, running, like I loved all that kind of stuff. And I mean, I think they're fun. I thought they were fun, but the goal was like skinny, and now it's strong. I want to go into the second half of my life being strong, being able to be independent, and the muscle that we have really does lend to longevity. It helps our immune systems and even our cognitive abilities. So muscle is important. It's not just about vanity, but I mean, we all like to have some muscle. So just quickly, lower body burden, balanced exercise, filtered water, protein and quality, not calories, and then strong, not skinny. Those are my focuses. Again, if you guys want any help with like the body burden and switching things up in your house, then the PDF is below. I also have a monthly membership called Vibrant Life Tribe. So if you are in this stage of life, perimenopause or beyond, I'm not putting an age on it. It can happen in your 30s, perimenopause. It can happen in your 40s. Everybody's different. And so I'm not putting an age on it. But if you want to join us where we talk about all this stuff, we have meal plans, we talk about things like liver support and things that are really helping to balance your hormones behind the scenes, reducing inflammation, stress management, all of it. I will share the link below, and you can email me if you have any questions, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening.